Welcome back to the Elden Ring Firebomb Challenge. We have been preparing for Rennala, the first huge hurdle in this run, and today we're going to go for it. Now, we are following the concept of first you learn, then you win, which means that these first fights, our version of that is that we are not going to use our special red main fire pots. We're not. We're going to use our standard fire pots, and if you run out and you feel like you're ready, then you can use the red main fire pots. We have plenty of... oh no we don't, oh my god. I was going to say we had plenty of mushrooms and butterflies that keep us going for a while, but we don't. I farmed up to like 120 last time, but man, those things burn through those so fast. Does this guy have liquid bullets on? What the heck? What the heck? I'm glad that didn't catch me by surprise. I thought I killed those guys. Man, that's upsetting. That must have been on a previous probably haven't even been. This guy is probably here. This dude. Oh my god, he's... okay. Well, the title of this video is a lie. We're not just doing Rennala, this is still preparations for Rennala. So, let's, yeah, we're gonna have to fight him. Really? Sliver of health, I'm gonna be very upset. Yes! Okay. No, I'm not gonna lie. That guy has given me much trouble over the years. And I'm scared. But we are going to continue with our preparations here. And one of the preparations is I don't want to deal with that stupid boulder. Now there's another way to get through here. Oh, that's hilarious. Did not think that would... that really blasted me. Okay. Well, this is a little embarrassing. That guy, the Carrion Knight that you fight in that courtyard, he's given me a lot of trouble over the years because I don't think you don't do a ton of NPC fights, and so they kind of take me by surprise a little bit. I'm not used to people dodging, and he will actually parry you, which is not nice. If you listen closely, you can hear the pumpkin head breathing, his weird asthmatic breathing. He's up there. And I wasn't even at the part where, like, you have to be. I was taking out that guy so he wouldn't blast me in the back with the head while I was doing this. Like that. Oh, hold on. Again, always do your shortcuts. Hilarious. I have to go recover those runes because that's 3,000 runes. I don't want to have to add it to the total. And I like... weird because... Jesus, it's high level. That stupid double crown. Firebomb. Now I'm like, I had it all perfectly set up, like, oh, I only had 30 runes in my pocket, so I don't have to worry about losing them when I'm fighting Rennala. And now that... How's that working out for you, buddy? Also, remember how you made enough... Dude, you're not even gonna be, like, done. That would have one-shotted him if I had... I didn't do gold. That's okay. I should still two-shot this guy. Hit him in the head. Never hit him in the head. Everyone else gets an advantage. The enemy has crazy resistance in his head. These guys should go push over stuff. Anyone else? Any other takers? Okay. This is a weird item. Kind of useless. It's a head that does like decrease FP cost. That you take more damage or something like that. But decreased FP cost is kind of... I don't know why you work so hard for that. It's kind of a weird stat. I like the no FP cost. There's a cool build you do with the pre-workout that says that none of your spells cost FP for the next like 15 seconds, and then you just charge up the absolute most heinous spell in the world. Just for completion's sake, I'll go open the store. But really, the run back is nicer if you just disable the boulders than trying to run past these guys. So every once in a while they get a lucky hit in and then you waste a sippy. But I'll open it. Later I might be back to get that double crown that guy was wearing. The double-headed mask, I forget where it is. It's not too hard to get to. But that one, if I end up doing magic pots, which I keep talking about, but I'm still hoping never actually happens. So we are going to warp back here, because I already used my pre-workout, and I don't want to do that. So I should probably talk about our strategy for Rennala, now that we're actually going to do Rennala. 5,000. I don't want to lose those 5,000 runes. I don't. Can I sell stuff? What do I have? What does this do? 25? Dude, I need like 20,000 runes. Yeah, I need 21,000 runes to... I had this so perfect. That's 3,700 runes. I don't think this is enough. I don't think this is 3,700 runes worth of... Or rather, I don't think that's 17,000 worth of runes. I think I'm just going to have to take the L on these 5,000 runes. So I don't have a rune farm. I really don't. I do so much other farming. I don't have a rune farm. I don't want to do the dragon at Fort Faroth. I don't want to fight more. I just want to get through Rennala. Okay, we're just gonna take the loss on these 5,000 runes. I won't write them down until we actually take the loss on them, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the loss. So here's our strategy on Rennala. One of the first things we need to learn about is make sure that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't. We need to learn what buffs we will need to one-cycle the first phase of Rennala. We want to one-cycle it, because if we one-cycle it, means we only waste 3 fire pots on our little shield bitches. So, doing the least amount of buffing for that would be nice, because then we can save more buffs. It's about time. The amount of time that the buff lasts, and if you can do it in a couple seconds that you have between the phases, it means it'll last for more of the second phase of the fight, which is definitely it's like the real fight is the second phase. So that's first thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try and embrace I mean, last time I was here, I like almost did it my first try. All of Rennala. I one-cycled her first phase, and then I got her down to like a quarter health. It was very close. We're not going to do that this time. We're not going to get greedy. We're going to learn, and then we will win. So my first trial will be pre-workout, Golden Vow, and jellyfish. That's it. Let's see if that'll do it. So, we don't do any buffing until we've done 2 rounds. Yeah. So that's the reason why I don't want to attack one, because you just take such fucking shit, dude. It's stupid. It's not a ton, but hyper mode is good. Guys. So now, find the third one. I go hide behind something and I do my victory. And Fury. Here she comes. Let's see if we can move outside her. That's pretty much impossible. So I'm going to call this. This run is dead. Because we do not want to do something. But now I'm a little worried because, yeah, just send it. Thank you. Now that's a little concerning because I don't have a ton more. I have Flame Grant Me Strength, and I have Radagon Sword Seal. And that's kind of it without going into hyper mode. So why don't we do Radagon Sword Seal and see if we can get away with not doing Flame Grant Me Strength. Flame Grant Me Strength has a very low amount of time it's up, and it's very powerful. It's 20%. Again, everything's multiplicative, so it's more than just 20% on top of the other junk that I have going. It's 20% for, I want to say, 30 seconds. It's one of the more powerful ones and one of the shorter ones. Oh, funny how that works out. And so I don't want to use it until, I just want to use it in the last seconds, the couple of seconds that you have in between her transforming. Or, you know, oh, here's why. Here's why everything failed. The gods punish you when you don't send the elevator back. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to be working Radagon Sword Seal, and maybe it'll help. God. I mean, realistically, I'd love to be Strength 80 instead of Strength 50. That's the other, like, soft cap. It's a much harder soft cap. Okay, same thing. Oh, birds. You're looking for the one that's singing. It also has this glow around it. It's also okay, now we will hide behind this. Hide right here. Hopefully you don't start doing bad things to me. Take this here. I might be able to save the table like Ashes falling. Like this moment right here. But every time I do that, every time I save it, sixes. So that's a problem. what I don't want to do is say, oh, I'm going to use my red main fire pots. Gee, that sucks. That's kind of my situation here. 2 cycling is just out. It's just out. I'm not doing it. So the last thing we are going to try before we start getting kind of desperate is flame gravity strength on top of all of it. I'll do it while she's falling, because that will give me a little bit of it. We're learning. How are we on, God. So, we have this run left. And then I have to go farm mushrooms again, like a mushroom farmer. Okay. We're gonna be alright. This really worries me. This part of the run worries me. Oh, I didn't send them. This is why. The gods punish me. I deserve to be punished. I really want that jarhead. Really want it. 20% extra damage. Again, multiplicative on top of everything else. Gotta beat Radon first, though. Do not want to go fight Radon. Fire. This is the fire one. Correct. Send the elevator back. There we go. I have 19. Okay, so let's do this. Where are you? Now, another thing you can try and do is like try and run the RNG, but I refuse to do that. I don't know if you noticed when the chandeliers kind of fall. The lady who is singing is under that chandelier, then you have to kill her. And then I get to save the pot. But I honestly, I don't know if I am going to do this fight. I've only seen it happen a few times. I've done this fight many times. Okay, work out. Probably 2 pots that I wasted on time. 3, 4, 5. Come on, I believe. Damn it. Okay, so this one's it. But I think 6. I think it's doable. I just gotta be a little bit better about that buffet. Kill me here. I don't have to risk my rules. That didn't do it. Watch this. This is kind of fun. This is why you don't. One of the reasons why you don't want to do 2 cycle. Look at what she's about to unleash on me. Here. Yeah. I mean, they're not that hard to deal with. You just hide behind a bookshelf. But you just, or if you're quick and you like reset her shield, they won't fly. They all fall from the sky. I'm holding 18 out of 19. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So I don't have my full complement. I have 18 out of 19. Not 19 out of 19. Is there a mushroom? Is there a mushroom in this courtyard? I know there's a abductor virgin, which is a weird freaking name. I bet there's a mushroom. There's a Trina's lily here. That's another door I can open. There's a big crab that spawns over here. There's also, I think you kill this crab from one of those crowns. So I'm not going to waste a firebomb on it, since that would be counterproductive to my purposes for running around this courtyard. Oh, you get another sippy. That's nice. I think this might be where the giant crab is. Giant crab. Come on, one mushroom. This can't be that bad. That's the abductor virgin. not that bad, especially if you do fire damage. Okay, I do another grab. Nice. Mushroom. One single mushroom. That's all I'm asking for. It's plenty wet around here. Yeah, telegraph your attacks more, please. They're not so bad. The abductor versions. The crabs, however, I don't fuck with the crabs. Okay, so here's how I really embarrass myself. I'm gonna one cycler, I'm going to like get to the end. I'm gonna say, fuck it, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it live. We're gonna switch to our red main fire pots. I'm gonna throw all 8 of them. She's gonna have a freaking sliver of her health left. I'm saying it now so that it doesn't happen. Because if that happened, I'm gonna be very, very sad. Okay, here we go. Last try before we do more farming. This time I'm gonna try and do it in my run up too. I'm gonna do it pretty far. That's another thing that makes this fight horrible. Where is she? They gotta hide back here. Be cool. Be cool. Probably could have done it since she's right here. I'm like trying to free-throw. Yeah. Good. That's good. 3, 4, 5, 6. God, come on. Yes! Okay. So reapply. Okay, fuck it. We're doing it live. Well, we're not. Not what I said. 268? Are you kidding me? Do all of my buffs? Don't let that one hit you. Bad day if that one hits you. 280? Are you kidding me? Oops, that's close to me.
Life under my moon.
288. Okay, so that was what? 1, 2, 3. I want to say that was 3 pots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think you can do this with just the regular pots. So holding these 8 ritual pots is gonna be like we're gonna do this. Even with the 280, the ass damage I was doing. Luckily she has very little health. So mushroom farming. How y'all doing tonight? Feeling good? Okay. We're just gonna have to end this tonight. How am I on? Butterflies leave butterflies swim. It never ends. It never ends. That felt good. That last one all felt very good. So the reality is, God, what is the reality? Do you think we could have done it in 6? Or not done it in 6, excuse me. If we had, I think the reality is that in one cycle you have to get 7 pots. The question comes down is that if you are doing 7 pots, it's less about the buffs. I mean, it is about the buffs, but less about the buffs, it's more about the timing. You have to pre-throw that first one. You have to throw it while she's still like descending the last stage of the signal. So if I do that, do I need flavor and strength for that? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to waste another run, possibly waste another run finding that out. What number should I farm up to? 200? I feel like I should farm up to 200. It'll take about 15 minutes. Farm up to 200. I think that's the math I was doing. It's gonna take me more if they're all at once like that. Up. I said up. Don't want to try the hyper mode. Hyper mode is like the definitive answer here. Don't like that. You see the chip damage I've taken there. I'm not that good. There's so much those stupid books, and then the ones with the candlesticks shoot fire, which is under 20%. I am gonna get wrecked by that. That fight would undoubtedly go better. I could probably... Well, then there's the other question. There might be some sort of time limit to how fast you have to do the 3 shields. Because I was taking my sweet-ass time doing a buff routine in the middle of the fight, kind of like I was doing before. And it seemed like it was a very chaotic fight, so I'm not sure what was happening. But it seemed like I didn't kill the third one fast enough, and another one spawned, like another singer spawned. To kill like 2 more singers. So I'm worried about trying to do, because conceivably, I could get to hyper with the aid of the earlies that run around in there. And or, like while I'm doing my buff routine between Shield Bitch 2 and Shield Bitch 3. It takes so much longer to use Bloody Slash. It takes a chunk out of your hit points to use it. And the last scary thing about that is that I can't, if I do any damage to anyone with a Bloody Slash, I disqualify from that attempt. I'm not gonna start to run over or anything, but I'm just gonna kill myself on that attempt. That attempt isn't gonna count. Even if I damage someone who's not even, you know, I want to keep it clean. I'll keep the whole thing clean. No damage done, that's not pots. So I'm not sure. Making it so that it's only I'm not in hyper mode during that first stupid phase where I'm running around trying to take out, do 3 things. Mario boss. I'm not in hyper mode for that part, and I just activate it when I'm about to mess around. That's great. The second scary part is that you can see that herself, the real Rennala, the second phase, really fucks you up. And I can take a couple of those chip shots, but if I'm in hyper mode, that means that I have to no-hit for a second phase. Well, 100% I have to no-hit, because even one of those little crystal burst fragments is going to just destroy me and my entire existence. 78, okay. Or 1 thing. So, that's our situation. I have to just sit here and contemplate, as I do while I'm farming. Contemplate whether we're going to try and do hyper mode. Another annoying aspect of hyper mode is that when I'm doing hyper mode in this phase of the game, essentially before Morgott, it takes forever. It means between every single attempt, not only am I farming between single attempts, but every single attempt I can sit there and whack, whack, whack. don't know, I was a different base class last time I did this, so it might be a little different. I think this base class has more vigor. As with most of the times when I'm sitting here contemplating stuff that I don't want to do while farming, I think the answer has always been clear to me. I just need to decide to do it. I think I need to fight Rennala in hyper mode. I think it's better. Let's see what it looks like to hyper mode and what that looks like with one phasing her, because that whole like, oh, you have to sneak in the 7th pot. Ooh, that sucks. That's inconsistent. I don't like it. So we'll see if it brings us down to 6 consistently. Ooh, man, it could even bring us down to 5 hyper modes. Beast. It's a dangerous set of tools. It's the devil's rattles. Those that play with the devil's rattles, they who play with the devil's rattles will come by degrees to know this. Buckminster Fuller. It's a very good quote. Essentially meaning, it's kind of archaic language. Essentially meaning, if you play with the devil's toys, you will be brought by slow degrees, by small increments to be a champion to his purpose. Important thing to keep in mind. The devil can be whatever you want it to be, though. You just gotta remember when we read quotes from that time that the sort of Abrahamic Judeo-Christian mentality was so prevalent that when they use words like the devil, you just need to know that they were talking about ultimate evil. They were talking about evil. Concept that's existed in every philosophy. Well, okay, maybe. Just bear with me on that one. Pretty much every philosophy has that. Even Buddhists talk about evil. They just don't use that word. They say that evil comes from worldly desire. So if you could let go of desire, let go of suffering, yeah, I'll call it. So yeah, I'd stand behind that. Every philosophy has a concept. You just have to stretch that word a little bit. So yeah, they're just talking about the ultimate evil. So if you do something, if you play with a certain rattle, it tends to stay in your front pocket. Know that you are being brought by degrees to serve an evil master. So check yourself. Oh boy. This is not a good talk. Okay, come on. Where are we at? 161. I said 200. Follow through on 200. So if I do the full buff routine with the flame grant me strength and everything, and I'm in hyper mode, I think... What is the break point? Would that be 6 pots? 5 pots? 6 pots is already, you have to be Johnny on the spot to get 6 pots. You don't have to pre-throw, but you have to be Johnny on the spot with the other 6. I would love it if hyper mode would bring me down to 5 pots. To 1 cycle. I'd love that. Just gonna put that up now. Technically speaking, I haven't lost those 5,000 points yet. So I'm not gonna go on the... Oh, Matt, speaking of which, I really should update that checklist. That checklist is way out of date. I'll do that right now. Okay, gotta alt tab out. And I don't like doing it off stream because it feels like I like to go through it on the recording and say, oh yeah, I did that. Okay, so Liurnia, we do have the ritual pot, from all the ritual pots from Liurnia. So we're going to go 5 out of 5 there. And that is everything from Liurnia. So you are going down. You're getting cut from here, and you're getting put below Limgrave down at the bottom. Save. Okay, Caelid. We did get the ritual pot from Caelid. We did get the Clawmark seal. I already had Flame Grant Me Strength, and I had not gotten it, so that's silly. So Caelid, you are also now complete. And you are going below. Gelmir. Don't have the Golden Vow, don't have... I'm not going to go get Golden Vow unless I have the faith to cast it, and that's 25 faith. I don't have that. So we're not going to do that. And I'm not going to... Technically, I could get up to 20 and then get a talisman, but we're not going to do that either. Volcano Pot recipe, it's... I keep thinking that there's something to using Volcano Pot and then using the... Oh, this crab could have killed me. There's something to using the Volcano Pot and then using like it's not there's other names for it, but the Rotten Wing Insignia, which is a thing you get at the end of Millicent's questline, which I'm so far from being the end of. But there's 3 talismans that all do the same thing. There's the Rotten Winged Insignia. There's the regular winged insignia. I know I might be confusing some words there. And then there's Millicent's prosthesis. You can only get 2 out of 3 insignia because you either finish Millicent's questline in the Rotten Winged Insignia, which is the best version, by the way, or you kill her after a certain point and you get her prosthesis. That's the Millicent's prosthesis. Pretty sure I can get Millicent's prosthesis and the regular winged insignia right now without advancing the plot any further, because I think she's just the point where you can kill her is she's hanging out in Altus, not even in the capital, just in Altus. So you can get, not only would that condemn me to the pit for killing Millicent, but I also, I don't know if it's worth it. It seems like a lot of work for what may or may not be any kind of payout. I used to run a really cool part of the dragon priest type character. I love running. One of my favorite builds to run is use that whole set of talismans that give you more on repeated hits, boosts on repeated hits, and it's not just on the repeated hits. It's you get a boost that lasts for a while afterwards, after you do like 3 hits within half a second or something like that. But I don't know what the numbers are. That's just... So I ran this sword. It was heavy into arcane and faith, very little strength or dex. But I ran this sword that has this drill attack. It's called the Aocade of... God, I don't even know. It's this sword. It doesn't require a lot from you, but it has its weapon art. Its Ash of War is this corkscrew attack that hit 8 times in a second. And it, you know, it does damage, but the main purpose of it was to activate all those buffs. And then I'd start hitting them with these crazy big dragon spells. Super fun way. And the reason why that worked is because that thing required arcane, that sword required arcane, and all the dragon spells are boosted by a seal that scales up to arcane. So it behooves you to run Faith Arcane and then run it. It all works very nice. So I know that build. I like that. The boosts you get from like spinning up those talismans is very cool. However, I don't know how reliable it's going to be to hit these volcano pods to activate that. And I have 246 mushrooms, and we are done with mushrooms. Now I'm going to come over here and farm up butterflies up to 200. So part of me, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything I could possibly use. I think the answer is to get good. Unfortunately, that's the answer. Is to get good. Second phase Rennala is a bitch, but I already have the firepower I need to kill her. This game, that's one thing that Elden Ring kind of real hardcore Dark Souls veteran, which I consider myself a journeyman Dark Souls veteran. I ain't no apprentice, but I'm not a master. I've beaten all the games, but just barely, and and not well, and like not the DLCs, not every boss in every game. So real hardcore veterans, they usually get wrapped around the axle in Elden Ring for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons being like they don't like the idea of like, oh, you can't beat this guy. Well, you should go and like farm up and like go to a completely different thing in a completely different area forever. And like in Dark Souls 1, if that happened, it's because you sequence broke the game, because there's a million ways to sequence break Dark Souls 1. That's like, you know, it's, I don't want to say it's encouraged, but it's, you know, it's in the game. It's not, you're not cheating to break the sequence. You just use the master key and all messed up. So in this game though, they definitely are like, oh, you're not cool? Okay, like go farm up, go do something else, go clean out some side quests, some dungeons. Like there's always more power to be had. You don't have to get good, you just need more power. That's the thing that's kind of the lesson in Elden Ring. Whereas in Dark Souls 1, again, it's first you learn and then you win. And in between those two things, you're going to die. You're going to die a lot. It's just, if you didn't have that experience, go play Mario, you filthy casual. So my go-to, since I'm much more, I love it. I'm not a purist. I'm not a FromSoft purist. Dark Souls or nothing. So I've got that mentality kind of in my head. Oh, I don't have to get good. I just need to go get more power. So acquire more talismans. I need to level up my character. I need to level up my sword. There's always something more I can do. I don't have to get good. Unfortunately, I've stripped away all of that, and I am back to the basics. Get good or die trying. Actually, get good and die trying. I know that someone who is better at Elden Ring than me would, I don't want to say they would walk through this challenge, but they would not be struggling. So yeah, let's talk more about our checklist. So Gelmir, we Eventually we'll want to go through the potato pop recipe. They're great for NPCs. They're awesome for NPCs. NPC invaders. Super good. We'll definitely want Gold Val once we have Fate of 25, and we will be getting the jar head, unfortunately, after we beat Radon. That's the only way to get the jar head. I looked up so many different ways. I was hoping that there was a loophole somewhere, but essentially, you get it from Jarhead Alexander, who we met when we knocked out of the ground. He is there at the festival, and you can summon him, and we might summon him for the fight. He's largely useless in the fight, but that's kind of part of it. He comes and talks to him after the fight. He's like, oh my god, he whacked me once, and I was cracked, you know, and needs a jar. And so he is off, and he's like, well, good thing there's a lot of dead bodies here, because he's like some pseudo cannibal. Not cannibals, he's like a carrion eater. He just stuffs the bodies of warriors into his jar, and that makes him stronger. And then he goes and hardens his jar by hanging out in the lava pool. And when you meet him there, when he's hardening his jar, awkward, he gives you the jar head. Jar head increases the damage of your consumable pots. Usually a meme item, because why would anyone want to? Why would you use your head slot for something like that? But there's two things that are of note. First of all, there's a famous player. His username is Let Me Solo Her, and he just absolutely destroys. What's her name? The hardest. Melania. Yeah, I always want to say Melina. Melania. He just, he sits there and gets summoned into people's worlds, and he just let me solo her, and he solos her. And he wears nothing but the jar head. He wears, he's in his thong underpants. And he just dismantles her. He's so famous that, everyone who plays Elden Ring knows about him. I've never seen him in person. I don't really do the whole multiplayer thing. I don't summon other people into my game. Mainly because I've always just been a PvE kind of guy. The campaign and the PvE builds are not really. I guess we could do co-op. We could do Jolly Cooperation, and I could be summoned into someone else's world, and they can be summoned into mine. But the PvP part, which is the bigger part of multiplayer, my builds always suck. Because I'm a PvE guy. They're not good PvP guys. They never are. Where are we at, by the way? We're at 93. Okay, we're halfway there. So I don't do the multiplayer. So I don't really have an opportunity to meet him. And now there's copycats, people who their crusade against Melania, and they wear the jars on their heads. So that's one thing of note, is that there's those crazy guys who like to solo Melania, the hardest boss that FromSoft has ever made. I'll fight anybody if they say otherwise. And then for my purposes, which is that this is just a jar-only run, that's super useful. Otherwise, it's a meme item, so most people either don't know it exists or they immediately put it in their pocket and they never take it out. Is that something? Just trick of the light. We don't anymore. I'm trying to take other routes up here. Grab all these butterflies. So, you have to beat Radon in order to get the jar head. Is there any other way to activate him sitting there? Nope, no other way.
So, Altus, we do have some stuff to pick up here with the lightning pot recipe, but again, we're not going to use the lightning pots because we're not spec'd for it. And I can't respec until I beat Rennala anyway. And you could ask, like, hey, why didn't you spec for it in the beginning? Why didn't you just, dump into strength instead of dexterity? Kind of a simple reason for that. Flame Gravity Strength only affects lightning or fire. It doesn't affect lightning. So my buff routine works better with fire. It just does. And overall, most enemies are more likely to be susceptible or just not resistant to fire than to pretty much any other type of damage. And they all change when we get to fire type, but stop worrying about that. I can't change it now. And like if I started with lightning, I'd kind of have to respec because I'm going to be going in fire and lightning. I'd have to respec after I'm done with Walrod. I'd have to respec because I'd be switching into fire at that point. Either way. So I'd have to have strength and dex and faith. And faith is I'm gonna need a lot of levels before I pass Morgott. Because I want faith as high as I can go. Hold faith up in the like 80 range. And that's when we'll be switching to spell wielding bow. Because it lasts longer and it's a better buff. Both of those things are good. I was considering farming for the Black Dome helmet, which I've talked a little bit about, like the Blood's Exaltation, Kindred, the Rod thing, where you get a bonus every time blood or poison rod get activated near you. There's another version of that for Madness. Weird stat in this game, a weird status in this game. But that also something I learned from one-shotters. It doesn't last very long, and it's going to be hard to farm that stupid black dumpling helmet. And I'm not great at the whole swapping equipment quickly. I'm better at it than I used to be, because I was practicing for months. I was doing the Lord of Blood Exaltation. I was switching from the white mat back to my jarhead while I was walking through the fog wall, and that seemed to work because you could switch equipment while you were walking through the fog wall, and that was a great time to do it. But you're talking about like, how many equipment switches am I going to need? How long does this take? Versus how much bonuses do I get actually in the fight? So I kind of wrote it off as not worth it. Hall of Shabiri is nice because you can proc your own madness with it, and it's its own buff. So that's like 2 birds with one stone. Yeah, man. Golden Bound's a really good buff. And that's an aura buff, so. Rallying Standard would be my body buff if I was going with lightning instead of fire. Or even I could go holy. Because Rallying Standard does not care about the type of damage, it's just burst damage. But another thing to consider that's kind of heavy, so I don't be carrying it around, make me fat roll. But on the other hand of that is why the hell are you wearing armor if you're in hyper mode? People are going to one-shot you anyway, so. Ah, man. It's a tough problem. So, do like 2 or 3 movements. Get up to 200 and then roll. Yeah, I'm going to do it in hyper mode. I made the decision. I just got to stick with it now. never seen someone no-hit Rennala. I'm not saying it hasn't been done. I'm sure it's been done. But I've never seen it. I don't know how you avoid those stupid bugs. The little flame candles that they do. Is this just... There's too many of them all around you. They don't do too much damage, so you just learn to ignore them. Because you're focusing on so many stupid things. Mostly you're focusing on how you're locking on to the wrong target at all times. Doesn't matter, you could be facing them 3 feet away and they're centered in the middle of your screen and you hit lock on and there's a guy to their left. Oh, I just fell asleep a little bit there. Yep, I think I'm gonna farm and I'm probably gonna have to call it. Because it's not wise to try and learn all this sleepy head. So here's what we'll do. We'll do a very basic set of paint shot. We'll do the very basic learning, which is, does hyper mode make it 6 or 5 for Rennala first phase? 200. That counts. Another thing I'll have to learn is how many bloody slashes will it take to get to my creamy center. We're probably going to have to go shirtless here. Yeah, this is the correct order. Okay. 1. We'll see because I'll start glowing red. It's 5. Nope, it's 6. So now, this is hyper mode. Except I need to be holding this out. Okay, this is hyper mode. How do I, like... I guess we can say right armament 185. So without hyper mode, it's 146. So that's an increase of 40. On the increase of 4 on 14, which is about what, 30, between 30 and 40% increase. It's significant. All right. Remember, everything's multiplicative, so it's not just when I buff. It's not just going to be that 30 to 40%. It's going to be more. It's going to be much more. It's all about quantity of buffs. More and more buffs. The more buffs you have, since they stack multiplicatively, the better all your buffs will be. That's kind of one of the reasons why the whole, like, poison yourself, madness yourself, bleed yourself, like, that whole sequence works, is because each one is multiplicative. Okay, here we go. This is purely a learning experience. We're going to learn what, and all I have to do, this is what sickens me, is that, like, instead of farming for that pot, making that pot, throwing that pot, and having to deal with less DPS, I could just do this. But that's cheating, so, okay. So when we go in there, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hyper mode activated. Hyper mode does not have an expiration date too. That's cool. Yeah, I am ready. Let's do this. Sweet. You don't have to be on the first one. And the second one, that was not bad. Okay. Oh god, see what I'm talking about? See, that's what I'm worried about, is that I didn't see her. She snuck up on me, and she torched me, and then what happened? I'm instantly dead. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I gotta
learning. Learn. What do? You learn, and then first you have to learn. Now this is irritating, and later it will be much easier to get into. Much easier. But for now, it sucks. With Seppuku, you only do it twice. Maybe it's 3 times? Pretty sure it's just twice, though. Feather Branch Sword. So, in the olden days, this was called the Red Tearstone Ring. And you didn't need 2 items to do it, you just needed 1, and it gave you like a 50% increase to your damage, which was broken. Now I believe it's 20 and 15 or something like that. The problem is I don't think I could wear my, Ooh, but I could get the, I'll wear this shirt, I'll wear Patch's shirt. Fuck you, Patches. Because he gives me lots of, let's do this, because he's giving me better fire protection and magic protection. So I'll just wear pajamas. Oh yeah, let's do this, pajamas time. Okay, let's do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Except those books are not. So I still need it. Woohoo! You see? Almost got toasted again. Roasted, toasted. Okay, so I took 1 hit. I need to figure out where this stupid road is. Oh my god! I'm not afraid. Asshole. Okay, so that's probably something else I should notice is where... Is it consistent where she hovers? This video is going to be titled First You Learn, with 3 periods afterwards, because we're not going to win. We're just going to learn. I guess it's not going to be titled, but it'll be in the description. A little flavor text. This video's going to be freaking long too. Guys, we're almost over an hour. Or we're already over an hour. And I was hoping to get like 15 runs on Rennala this time. I've done like 3. I want to learn all that I want to learn. But this stupid hyper mode. Speaking of hyper mode, I should probably Oh, I could be doing it on the elevator. That's important. 4, 5. Oh, don't fall off, don't fall off. Oh no. Oh, there goes the 5,000 runes. And now I can just like feel a little bit better about that. So 19,000 runes. There we go. I feel now I am at peace with those runes. I needed to have Zen acceptance. Also, that was really stupid. I should look at what's really light elemental armor. But I don't think... I think I could be wearing the lightest elemental armor, or the most strong elemental armor, and I think that under 20% health, Rennala's still gonna freaking melt me in the second phase with 1 shot. So it's kind of it's similar to the wisdom of once the water is beneath your feet, or deeper than you can stand, it doesn't matter how far in the deep end you are. We probably want to take up those cities just so that buffer gene is not complicated in there. You don't have to think about one more thing. Where are you? Where are you sitting? Damn it, right? Oh god. That would definitely kill me. There's one. Oh god damn it. You are a bitch. Well, okay. We're learning. We are learning. But what we're learning is that hyper mode would not be viable. You know what? I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I'm gonna see if we can do the full. So you can see why I didn't want to do the hyper mode activation while we're in there, because it takes forever, and I'm worried about timing. If timing has a hand in this, but that's what we're gonna learn this time. Luckily, we're only blowing like 1 or 2 pots each time, so we're probably not even under 200 yet. Yeah. Oh, so we're at 197 smoldering butterflies. That's fine. The other thing is that I have to kind of judge. I'm pretty sure that if I'm sitting at 21% health and I activate the, and I do the bloody slash, I think it will kill me. It won't. I won't just get like the benefits of being under 20. Same one. But now I'm not as squishy. Okay, way over here. The other thing that I have to be careful of is I cannot hit anyone with this bloody slash. One. Well, actually, I shouldn't count them. And I think one more. And I'm alive. Okay, so I have to run. I have to pre-work out. Golden Vow. This Lucid Beat. Flame Gravity Strength. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Here we go. Oh yeah, maybe. 1, 2. I think we're at 5, 3, 4. No, it's definitely 6, but... Okay, I don't even know what to do again. Yeah, I don't even have time to cast Flame Grant Me Strength again. Come here, bitch. Let's start talking at you. 376. It's not. Okay. I have the answer. Because 6 is way more consistent there. I love 6. 6 for the first phase. We don't have to be in hyper mode to fight normal Rennala, because like that damage is not the benefits are not enough. So in the few seconds, you definitely have time to take a sippy after you kill first phase Rennala. So the plan is. Oh, and I wasn't even in full hyper mode. God damn it! I didn't have this out. Okay, we will address that next time. Because we might be down to 5 with this shield out. Yeah, we might be down to 5. And we definitely have time to bloody slash it up. If I just go cry in the corner while I'm doing it. I'm not at risk of hitting anyone, and I'm not... The run back to kill that last person is a little scary. But we could do it. And then directly after killing her, first phase, I take a red sippy, and I just proceed. Yeah, man, that could work. And then I like at least have a chance fighting stupid
gigantic Rennala with all her spells. I'm still gonna wear my PJs because that's actually like it doesn't seem intuitive. Oh, actually, I could wear my helmet too. Yeah, that doesn't look stupid. Um, you can see that like versus magic, damage negation, magic is like way lower wearing real armor. My physical's way better, but I don't have physical problems. And my poise is atrocious, but again, the idea is to not get hit. Oh man. Dude, I think this is possible. I think we got this. I think that's the strategy. So, as a recap, what we're going to do is we're going to go in there, we're going to find the 3, singing bitches, we kill 2 of them, kill 1, 2, and then you go and cry in the corner and bloody slash yourself. Bloody slash your wrists until you're below 20%. That activates the red branch feather sword and the twin bird kite shield, which you can see does the same thing as, yeah. Then we do our normal routine. Protein shake, pre-workout. Glad I did not just activate a golden chicken foot. Pre-workout, golden vow, jellyfish shield, flame grant me strength, and then pop over to this shield. Hopefully we 5-pot Rennala first phase. I think with the shield we'll 5-pot her, and then as she is singing her death knells, we pop a red sippy and go in and spank Rennala in her second phase, kind of as a slow and steady wins the race situation, because the difference between 288 and 330 or whatever it was is not enough for us to try and fight this in hyper. It's not worth it. So that's the plan, people. That's it. We're gonna call it a night for tonight, and I will see you next time. And we're going to continue our learning, and we might be winning.